Hello everybody and welcome back to the Backlogs channel, and I know it's been a while. It's been over a month since the last time I talked about anything on this channel, but I mean, to be honest, nothing's really happened. I mean, things have happened, but things haven't really happened that really made me want to just come to this channel and talk and just talk for an extended period of time. So I just didn't. As I've said before, this channel is very much if I feel like doing it, I will do it. If I don't, I won't. Simple as that. Obviously I'm not making any money off this channel or anything like that. I just do it for fun, to hear my own opinions in the future. This is very much a backlogged channel for myself. I can go back, look at all my old backlogged opinions at the time, and just really compare how I feel now, or to in the future, or just stuff like that. It's very much for myself. But there's been a few things that have happened since I haven't been talking on this channel that I would like to talk about. So the main thing, I would say the number one thing on people's minds as of recently is the 40th anniversary of Mario. And before going into it, I think Scott the Waz really said it the best, where he was like, Nintendo doesn't really think too deeply about Mario's anniversary, more or less any anniversary, like the Zelda anniversary and the Fire Emblem anniversary and stuff like that. I feel like they don't care that much, and they don't think about it until it's pretty close to time, and they're like, oh, we should probably do something for the anniversary coming up. Let's cobble together, we were already doing this, and we were already doing this. Let's just put those all in one presentation and say, this is all for the 40th anniversary of Mario, that we're announcing these things. But on top of that, they also make like one extra thing. With all of that being said, that kind of opinion of Nintendo not really caring about, the anniversary, but they've already made it this thing where people expect it. They kind of have to at this point. Even if it's as simple as some years, like I'm pretty sure it was the 25th anniversary where they released a ROM of the SNES Mario All-Stars, and they just put that on a disc on the Wii, and they gave it kind of this cool packaging, and it was literally just the game on a disc. And honestly, it worked for what it was. But anyways, the 40th anniversary, which was this year, it happened about a month ago. They had the presentation, and the first thing that they showed was the Mario movie 2, which we've talked about on this Backlogs channel. There was a time where everybody thought the movie was gonna kind of go the next in line. Like, the first movie was kind of like the basic. It was like Super Mario Brothers for the NES, but it was very simple plot, just like the main plot of the NES game. So people kind of were gonna follow that line and be like, they're not gonna do the second or third game. They'll probably skip over to the next big thing, the next console, Super Mario World, and it'll probably be called Super Mario World, the movie, or something like that. That's what people were thinking for a while. There was always a kind of rumor floating around of Mario Galaxy being the next, or just a movie at some point, which I think 99% of people kind of agreed with that at some point it made sense for this big cinematic game with this cinematic music that Nintendo loves. Like, plainly, Nintendo loves Mario Galaxy. It is one of their golden gooses. They always go back to it. They always talk about Mario Galaxy. It's like one of their proudest moments in video game history. And they always talk about it. They always talk about that. They always talk about the original Mario Brothers. they talk about New Super Mario Brothers a lot. Not recently, but just in the past, they talked about like those games a whole bunch. But Mario Galaxy is just one of those games. So people were like, oh yeah, it makes sense for them to make a Mario Galaxy. It would be this big cinematic movie with Rosalina and all the Lumas and the storybook. It all makes sense. So they kind of fake you out in this trailer, and they are like showing Mario on a tree sleeping. It's simple, so you know, oh, what is happening right now? Oh, they're showing off the next Mario movie. And then it goes across this landscape. And you hear Mario World music in the background as you're going over this landscape, and then it shoots the camera into the sky above the clouds, and then it's the big reveal of the title being Super Mario Galaxy movie, like the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which there was a few people that brought up the point of it seems rather quick that they're doing this. I mean, I am so extremely hyped. If you want to, like, see my reaction, I reacted to the whole Mario 40th Anniversary Direct, the whole Direct. It wasn't just for the Mario Mario 40th Anniversary. It was a Direct for everything. But a big portion of it, I would say maybe about half of it, was for the Mario 40th Anniversary. So, they show off Mario Galaxy the movie, and that is probably the biggest announcement from the Mario 40th Anniversary whole section, I would say. And I like it. I like the idea. I think, let's not beat a dead horse. Let's not go through Mario World and then Mario Sunshine where you're on a desert, and then, like, go to New Super Mario Brothers where you're back to your, like, roots, and then Mario World and all this garbage before, just kind of building up to it. I think going from the first movie that really, like, lays the groundwork for what these movies are gonna do, and then moving straight into the Mario Galaxy movie, that's a smart move. I think it's a smart move. It's not beating a dead horse. It's not getting people sick of the franchise before you get to the meat and potatoes of it. I think it's a good idea. And I'm very excited. If you don't know, which you probably should if you watch my videos, I've said it a million times, Mario Galaxy is my favorite franchise. I've 100% Mario Galaxy. I haven't gotten quite there with Galaxy 2. I will. I've beaten Galaxy 2 many times. I just haven't, like, really gotten all the green stars and got that final epic level that everybody is saying is so hard. But I will. And that brings me to my next thing. To coincide with the Mario Galaxy movie reveal, they also reveal that Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2 are being released for the Switch 1 in a physical pack for $70, or you could buy them digitally each. Mario Galaxy 1 for $40, Mario Galaxy 2 for $40. And if you have a Switch 2, it enhances the graphics of the games to 4K 60 frames, or on a handheld 1080p 60 frames, which, I mean, it's the best way you can play these games, I can say that. And they also reveal that there's going to be new pages, or there is new pages in Rosalina's storybook, which, spoiler alert, the games have already came out. And it's like at the end of the game, you get one extra chapter that has nothing to do with the story. It's its own little thing. It's weird. It's not needed. It's cool if you're a fan. It's not worth $70 though. So when this got talked about in the Direct, we were all very happy. We were all like, okay, at the very most they can charge $60 for this. I assume they're going to charge $40. Maybe 50, 60 at the very most, right? They dropped the price being $70, and that's when people kind of get turned off of it. That's to say, the people bought it still. I mean, obviously. There's also the idea of 3D All-Stars came out for the Mario 35th anniversary just 5 years ago. But when they released that game, which was a combo pack of 3 different games, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy, not Mario Galaxy 2, which a lot of people were mad at the time. when they released that pack, it was a timed exclusive, so a lot of people went and bought it instantly. That game was $60, which kind of put the price in people's mind of, the game. Each game is about $20 each. 20 for Mario 64, 20 for Sunshine, and 20 for Galaxy, which I'd like to argue that a little bit. Yes, that is a logical way to split it if you're not thinking too hard about it, but if we're being real here, Mario 64 is a 10 plus year older game than Mario Galaxy. It is a limited to graphics game. It's limited to its time. The controls are not the greatest. It's one of my favorite games of all time, don't get me wrong. I've 100%ed Mario 64 millions of times. Probably more than I have Mario Galaxy, which is crazy because Mario Galaxy is my favorite game. But, I mean, it just is an older game, and it shows. It is not worth as much money as Mario Galaxy is to the average consumer. So it almost feels like you have a pack with these games. It almost feels like maybe you could argue the fact that maybe Mario 64 is worth $10. So let's just say $10. Mario Sunshine is worth $20. Okay, that's about fair. It's an old GameCube game. It's over 10 years old still. Over 15-year-old game. So it's worth about $20 maybe. And Mario Galaxy is the newest of the pack. It's the newest, biggest, grandest game. One of the best games of all time. That one's maybe worth $30. You could argue that. It would be 30, 20, that would be 50. And then the extra 10 would be 60. That would all even out. But, thinking about it that way, Mario Galaxy 2 is just I wouldn't say clone, it's just a sequel to Mario Galaxy. Yes, there's all new levels, there's the Yoshi mechanic. It is not worth more than Mario Galaxy 1. It just isn't. It's on the same caliber of game. It's just Mario Galaxy, again, and just as good as the first one. So, that one's also worth $30. With that logic, the games are both worth $30. Together, it's $60. So I think people would have been probably fine if they made the game $60. And people probably would have been just a little bit more fine. Probably not completely fine, but if they released two versions of the game, one for the Switch 2, one for the Switch 1, for the Switch 2, make it $70 because it has the extra $10 worth of 4K graphics, and the $60 one for the Switch 1 because the graphics aren't as good, which is the whole point of the game. It updates the graphics, whatever remake does. Or, sorry, a remaster, more like. Remake it's very different. You've got to build it from the ground up. They did not do that. But they did build a lot of new assets for this game. Anyways, even at 60, I think people would have complained, but people would have been a lot more understanding, and people would have tried to be on Nintendo's side a little bit more about it. But the only physical copy that got released was for the Switch 1, and you get a free update if you have a Switch 2. So, hypothetically, we're saying Tears of the Kingdom is on the same caliber of this multi-pack of two old Wii games. Because they're the only two Switch 1 games that are worth $70. I feel like I've gone into this topic a lot. I'm really analyzing it. It's really, really hard to just say, hey, this makes sense. And Nintendo has a good reason for it, besides just the fact that they're greedy. They just do greedy things because they know people will buy their games either way. Especially Mario Galaxy. For the people that were going to buy that game anyways, the remasters of it, they will spend 70, 60, 50. They will spend whatever Nintendo wants for them to be able to play the game. So, Nintendo knows they can do this, and that's the problem. They will do it as long as they know they can. But besides that, with the price aside, which nobody agrees with, I'm saying right now, it's too high. But I bought it anyway, obviously, because what I did say, before the Switch 2 dropped, I'm buying every single first-party release, physical, that is coming out for the Switch 2, including games that were for the Switch 1 and have an expansion, if I don't already have that game already. So for example, Mario Wonder is going to be coming out with an expansion soon. I assume they'll do a physical release on the Switch 2 of a Switch 2 version of that game that people could buy instead of the Switch 1 version, and it's going to be $70 or $80. I don't remember what they said. I already own that game. I didn't even beat it. It was a pretty good game. I just didn't want to beat it, to be honest. I don't feel a need to have the DLC. So I'm not going to buy the physical version of it. I just don't need it. And if I want to play the game, I can just experience it on my Switch 1. And that's just how it is. But games like Kirby and the Forgotten Land with the DLC, I never bought that game when it came out. And I've been super interested in it. Same with Mario Party Jamboree. I was interested in the game. I never bought it though, so now's a great time to buy it. And yeah. And then also, obviously, I'm going to be buying all new releases of first-party games. So I bought Drag X Drive, I bought Donkey Kong Bonanza, I bought Mario Kart World. Honestly, I think that's about it that's came out. The next one is going to be Age of Imprisonment, and then it's going to be Kirby Air Riders after that. But in general, I'm going to be buying these games. Mario Galaxy plus Mario Galaxy 2, although being a Switch 1 release, it is... it's basically a Switch 2 release. It's just a box art, just shows the Switch 1 logo. It's just, I don't know why they did that. And yeah, so, I mean, the games look great. They play just as good, and the functionality of being able to play with a Pro controller, but still having the gyro to have the pointer on screen, or having the gyro when you're in handheld mode, or being able to touch the screen, or just there's many different versatile ways to play this game still that still work. And if you really want a classic feel like the Wii remote and nunchuck, just pull your two Joy-Cons out and it feels the same practically. It just feels more modernized, which is only a good thing. It is the best way to play the games, I would say. It is the most reliable. The controls, just being on a Pro controller just makes it feel better. Any game will feel better on a Pro controller instead of a Wii remote and nunchuck. And I mean, the games are great. They stand the test of time. They're some of the greatest platformers. Not just 3D platformers, but platformers in general of all time. And that's just how it is. That's how it's always been. That's how it'll always be. And they are my favorite games of all time. So, I mean, I'm playing through them. I'm going to 100% them again. And there's not much more to say about them besides that. I mean, they're great games. But then they started talking about a lot more Mario Galaxy stuff, which is cool. As a fan of the Galaxy series, it's been a while since I really put any thought into anything Galaxy related, which makes sense because they don't really visit old franchises of Mario 3D games that often. They don't revisit Mario Sunshine unless they're releasing it in a combo pack, or they're putting it on the Nintendo Switch Online soon or something like that. They don't go back and talk about that game. Same about Mario 64. I mean, they re-released it for the DS, kind of a new version of the game. They've put it on every single virtual console you can think of. And that's about it. I mean, they don't really talk about that game that much. But Mario Galaxy, they're coming back to just the concept of Mario Galaxy, and they're talking a lot about it. So after the game got, or the two Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 got revealed to be releasing pretty soon, they dive into more Mario Galaxy situations. So now that is two things they've talked about in a row having to do with Mario Galaxy. The movie and the two games being released in a combo pack. Then they talk about they're making two new amiibos for the combo pack game. And just cause they can. And then on top of that, they're they're releasing for the first time ever a physical copy of Rosalina's storybook, which is a lot of things. There's a lot of Mario Galaxy stuff going on for some reason, which almost makes me want to think, maybe there's some Mario Galaxy 3 in the works, where maybe the other half of the team that wasn't working on Donkey Kong Bonanza was working on this new Mario Galaxy 3. It'll come out around the same time as the movie, maybe, to kind of promote the movie. They put these two games on a combo pack on the Switch, that way you can have the 3 games next to each other, kind of what they did for the Pikmin series before Pikmin 4. They put out Pikmin 1 and 2 so you can kind of try them, and then Pikmin 3 got remastered from the Wii U onto the Switch as well. So I could see the same thing happening there, which I like the idea of. I love Mario Galaxy, and I mean, a third one with updated graphics and updated game engines and all that stuff would be amazing. I don't know how feasible that is. It's definitely not feasible. I mean, if you think about it, Mario Galaxy is the only 3D Mario game that has ever gotten a sequel, where it's just more of the same game. Like, people thought it was going to happen for Odyssey. It never happened for Odyssey. That game never even got DLC. But all of a sudden, Mario Galaxy is being talked about so much. Maybe they're amping up. Maybe they're just amping up for the movie because that's about to come out. But why are they making a movie? Maybe that's to promote their game, or maybe they're making a third game to promote for the movie. There's many different possibilities in my mind, and I'm not ruling any of them out because they all make sense to me. So I'm going to live in my little fantasy world where Mario Galaxy 3 comes out and everybody loves Mario Galaxy again, and we have a second Mario Galaxy timeline where everybody just loves Mario Galaxy again, and it's the new thing. But besides that, that's been enough of me talking about Mario Galaxy for about 12 minutes straight. The next thing they show off is Mario Tennis Fever. So at this point in the 40th anniversary, I start to get a little confused. I'm like, last time they were showing off a lot of, like, they have a Game & Watch with Mario Brothers on it, and they have Mario 30 All-Stars, and they have these clothes that are Mario branded, and they talk about the Mario movie, and they're like all these different Mario related things. For this, it feels like they're just kind of revealing new Mario games that were gonna come out either way, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind it. I guess it's just a way to see more Mario or more Mario stuff sooner. So I mean, I'm not gonna complain any further. They show off Mario Tennis Fever. The whole thing about that, it's just Mario Tennis again, but you have these fever rackets, which is kind of like having a power up on your tennis racket. They all do different things. It's the most amount of Mario characters in the tennis and any of the tennis games ever. There's a whole bunch of fever rackets. It seems like there's going to be a bunch of different modes for it. It looks great. It looks like what a sports game for Mario should be. It looks like they finally figured out. They were experimenting how to bring these sports games really like to the new age for this in the Switch 1 era. And now it's the Switch 2 era, and they really figured it out, and they're just going to pump us full of all Mario sports games. I'm waiting one day. One day we will get another Mario baseball. It will happen. Another Mario Sluggers will happen. I'm promising you that right now. Clip back to this video when that happens, because it will. It will happen. And I'm saying it right now. 100%. But after that, we get the news that Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going to have a Switch 2 release, which is what I talked about earlier. It is going to have new DLC. They're going to upgrade the graphics. You know, this was one of those games that people were like, I'm surprised they didn't talk about that leading up to the Switch 2, because it's one of the biggest games in Nintendo's eyes at the moment. They released Mario Wonder. It did great numbers, and people are loving it. It's like the new reimagined 2D Mario. People love it so much. Why did they upgrade Mario Brothers U, New Super Mario Brothers U, and show us that, but they're not talking about Mario Wonder. Like, do they not care about their new 2D Mario game they just released? This is why they were waiting to tell us until it was probably a little bit further and they had the DLC ready to show off and stuff like that. It looks fine. It's not the biggest thing, I guess, but I mean, it is what it is. It's $10. It's not that big of a DLC. It's there if you want it. It's there for the new people buying the game, to be honest, and that's about it. And yeah, I can't really see too many people buying this DLC. It doesn't seem... I mean, from what we've seen, Mario Party Jamboree and Kirby and the Forgotten Land, these games, they're getting new DLC with, you know, imagine air quotes around the term DLC. Like, they are getting DLC. It's just like, who cares? Who actually cares? Like, the DLC is so bad, usually, or it's just not worth your money. Like, especially Mario Party Jamboree, that was bad. Like, that was just bad. But the final thing that they show off, which I was expecting this grand reveal of some really cool thing, and they ended off with showing off a new 2D Yoshi, not 3D, 2D Yoshi, which is like, okay, that's fine, I guess. For why are we ending the Mario 40th anniversary with a Yoshi game? It is, yes, an adjacent Mario franchise, but it is not a Mario main game. Like, it's, I don't know, it just felt like a very weird announcement to end off with. But besides that, the game looks great. It looks kind of simple, like Princess Peach Showtime. But yet again, I mean, what game besides Yoshi's Island for the SNES wasn't simple? Like, they're all simple. They're all turn your brain off and enjoy the experience from front to end. There's no hard parts usually. It's just a very enjoyable, brain dead game, which is a good thing. Sometimes you need those. And I kind of like the claymation situation they got going on. It's like a slower frame rate, but it's purposeful. And the animation looks cool. And I will be buying it. I'll probably be playing it. So, yeah. And that's how they ended it. Definitely the highlight was the Mario Galaxy movie being a thing. I mean, a lot of people were just talking about that all the time. And to see it, like, come into fruition, like, people really, really, like, were on the money about that one. But I mean, that's about it. It wasn't the biggest Mario anniversary, but it was definitely bigger than some others, especially the 25th. That one was abysmal. Not as big as the 35th, but yeah, it was good. I think it was good. It was very Mario Galaxy centric, which I enjoy that. I love Mario Galaxy. If you know, you know. Thank you everybody so much for watching. See you guys in the next Backlogs video, and bye-bye.